Hello my dear students, welcome to this section. In this section we are going to discuss about two aspects of probability. One is empirical probability and another is classical probability. You know, probability is a chance of an event. There are two types of probability. One is experimental probability, another is the classical probability or theoretical probability. Many students are confused in between the empirical and classical probability. In this section, we clarify so what is the difference between experimental probability and the classical probability. The first one is the empirical probability or experimental probability. Experimental probability means a probability in which the number of the experiment or trial is given. Okay, so let's take an example. If I toss a coin for 100 times, that means here the number of experiment is 100. And I noted the result is equal to result of here is equal to 60. Okay, the total number of experiment is 100 and I note the result, that is the getting of we get here is equal to 60. Then what is the result of getting 10? You know, the result of getting 10 is equal to 100 minus 60 is equal to 40. Now here the result of here and result of 10, 60 plus 40 is equal to 100. That means total number of experiment is 100. Then what is the chance of getting head? That means probability of head. Chance of getting head, here PH indicates the probability of head or the chance of getting head is equal to 60 by 100, which is equal to 3 by 5. Okay, then what is the chance of getting 10? That means PT actually indicates the probability of getting 10 is equal to 40 by 100, which is equal to 2 by 5. Okay, here probability of getting head is equal to 3 by 5 and probability of getting 10 is equal to 2 by 5. So here actually we found the formula, that is PE. PE means probability of an event. It is equal to the number of the experiment or the number of a particular event divided by total number of the experiment. So here PE is equal to number of a particular event by total number of experiments. Total number of experiments. So here probability of getting head, that means probability the number of the particular event of getting head is equal to 60 and the number of total experiment is equal to 100. So here probability of PH is equal to 3 by 5. The probability of PT is equal to 2 by 5. So here we can write like that, PH plus PT is equal to 3 by 5 plus 2 by 5 is equal to 5 by 5, which is equal to 1. So PH plus PT is equal to 1. In the case of PH, we can write PE, means probability of an event. In the place of PT, we can write PE dash, means probability of not an event. So PE plus PE dash is equal to always 1. So we can write PE plus PE dash is equal to 1. So here we can calculate PE is equal to 1 minus PE dash and PE dash is equal to 1 minus PE. So this type of probability is known as experimental probability. Here the number of the experiment is 100, so I write 60 by 100. But if the number of the experiment is 200, 150 or 50, then the total number of the experiment can be changed. Okay, this type of probability is known as experimental probability, otherwise known as empirical probability. Okay, so let's go to another two possible outcomes. One is head and another is tail. So here total number of the possible outcome is always 2. Never become 3, 4 or 5. That is always 2. That means we actually get head or get tail. So then when actually we toss a coin, what is the chance of getting head? Chance of getting head is equal to 1 by 2. Then chance of getting tail, PT means chance of getting tail. It is also is equal to 1 by 2. Because when we toss a coin, there is 50% chance of getting head and 50% chance of getting tail. So here actually the formula, we obtain the formula to found the classical probability, that is PE. PE is probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcome, number of favorable outcome by number of possible outcome, number of possible outcome. So in this case, the probability of getting head, number of favorable outcome is 1, that is head, but the number of possible outcome is 2, either head or tail. So probability of PH is equal to 1 by 2, and probability of PT is equal to same 1 by 2. See here we actually get the formula of tossing a coin. Okay, let's take another example. When I throw a dice, what is the number of the possible outcome? Here the number of possible outcome is 6. In a dice, the dice has 6 sides from 1 to 6. So here the number of possible outcome is 6. Then what is the probability of getting 4? Probability of getting 4 is equal to 1 by 6. Because here the number of favorable outcome is 1, that is 4. But the number of possible outcome is 6. So probability of P4 is equal to 1 by 6. Same probability of P3 is also is equal to 1 by 6. Okay. But what is the probability of getting 7? Is it possible? You know that in a dice there is no 7. So we cannot obtain 7 when we throw a dice. So here probability of getting 7 is impossible. This type of probability is known as impossible probability. Impossible probability. Okay. So in this case, look here, PH plus PT. PH is equal to 1 by 2 and PT is equal to 1 by 2. When we add PH plus PT, then we get 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. In this case, we can write also PE plus PE dash. PE means number of event, that is the probability of an event, and PE dash means the probability of not an event, is also equal to 1. Here also we also obtain that PE plus PE dash is equal to 1. If we find PE is equal to 1 minus PE dash and PE dash is equal to 1 minus PE. This type of probability is known as theoretical probability or classical probability, because here the number of possible outcomes is always fixed. So in this section we discuss about two aspects of probability. One is the empirical probability and another is the classical probability. In empirical probability, the number of the experiment is fixed. In classical probability, the number of possible outcome is fixed. Okay. So here we found the formula of getting probability of an event in the empirical probability is number of the favorable outcome by the number of possible outcome. Sorry, this is the in the empirical probability, the formula PE, that means probability of an event is equal to number of the particular event by total number of the experiment. Okay, but in the classical probability, the PE is equal to number of the favorable outcome by number of the possible outcome. But all the cases, PE and PE dash is always equal to 1. Thank you.